yesterday and last week, Charlie and I talked about the Derek Carr situation continues to grow. Did meet with Gail Benson and also with David Tepper, the owner of the Carolina Panthers.
And Woody.
And if he hasn't, he's going to meet with Woody Johnson.
Yeah, with the Jets. He's at the Combine, right, Mike?
At the Combine.
No, I think he met with Ms. Gail here. But my understanding is that at the Combine, he's met with the Panthers and the Jets owner.
And so it'll be interesting. Frank Wright on the NFL Network made the comment that if we land Derek Carr, he can take us up a notch. And he repeated almost exactly what you said yesterday.
Yeah, well, it's
almost exactly.
Well, I think even though he's younger, I view Sam Darnold kind of like Andy Dalton. And I think Derek Carr takes you up a notch and makes you competitive. And I think it's not only the Saints, Atlanta. I don't know how Tampa Bay could think they can win the NFC South with Kyle Trask, but they might go. They might go that route. But I mean, it's wide open. So it'll be interesting to see. I think the Saints want Derek Carr, but does Derek Carr want the Saints? I think, and the rumors out there that Mike, I think if I'm correct on this, that he wants like $35 million.
That's what he's shooting for.
And when that goes out there, that means a lot of teams might not want to pay him that. So you have to get a lot of teams involved to maybe try and get the market value, what you think your market value is. Now, Phil Yates, we all respect him with ESPN. He did something, Mike, I was reading where he looked at all the projected starters for all the NFL teams next year. And he actually had Desmond Ridder with the Falcons. And then he had Derek Carr going to Carolina and Kyle Trask to Tampa Bay. He had that with the Saints.
I said it a couple of weeks ago.
Baker Mayfield. Now, let me tell you, Baker Mayfield. Now, when you look at the salary cap situation the Saints are in, and Baker Mayfield, Mike, his value is like kind of like 6 to 10 million range. So you talk about value.
And 10 on the high part.
Right. So you talk about value. That might be a scenario that they are looking to the future. The Saints, we're never rebuilding. And I would think if we signed Baker Mayfield as our quarterback for 2023, that they definitely drafting a quarterback. Whether it be Hooker or whatever, they're going to have a young guy in here. And I think what's going to transpire could be very similar to what happened in Atlanta. Who did they have was kind of Baker Mayfield like? What I mean by that,
Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota.
The bridge to Desmond Ridder.
Yes. At the end, who ended up playing Desmond Ridder and wherever Hooker or whoever they'd have would come about, depending what Baker Mayfield would do. But I think Baker Mayfield versus what Andy Dalton accomplished, Baker Mayfield right now, what he has, Mike, on the top of my head, what is he, 8-9 years younger than Andy Dalton? So when you look at that and what you paying Baker Mayfield, so it's almost like the bridge guy, a different bridge guy to the future and what you're going to do at the quarterback position. So I would say that they feel, with a Baker Mayfield or like a young guy even playing at the end, can we get play enough to maybe win the NFC South and to be a playoff team? But as far as us actually doing so, we can have hope to be a playoff team, but actually be relevant. No, Mike, I think if they get Baker Mayfield, they definitely looking
to draft the quarterback and high.
They're looking beyond 2023.
No question about it.
They're looking like what's going to happen 24, 25, and beyond.
But when I heard Frank Wright make his comments about Carr, it was almost carbon copy of what you said yesterday, that, yeah, he can take us up a notch or two.
Yeah.
And they've got a tailor-made defense. Their running game is good. They need to add another receiver now to complement DJ Moore. I like Terrace Marshall, but only thing with Terrace is, can he stay healthy? Because that's been the big knock on Marshall. Ever since he came out of high school, he's had one injury after another, but I think they would probably look at maybe trying to get a receiver to help out or going maybe in a veteran route for a wideout. But at least now it looks as though the Panthers have jumped in with both feet. Whenever the multi-billionaire owner
he's showing up at the Combine?
Yeah, he ain't showing up there just to kind of go eat out in Indianapolis.